Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. Assholes! Hello, I just wanted to thank you for clicking on my video, and I wanted to let you know not only do I create content in my YouTube channel here, Class in a Glass, but I'm also on Twitch where I play single-player games, multiplayer games. I do movie reviews, cartoon reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Also, it would be a big help if you can check out my Patreon, where you can gain access to audio commentaries, reactions, and the ability to submit questions for my podcasts and videocasts. And all that content can be found in the links below. In the meantime, enjoy the video.
On Sunday, December 4th, Burl Ives again tells the exciting news story of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I must get to my review, my scene by scene breakdown chat of the 1964 Christmas Rankin Bass special, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Now, chat, you know how I typically like to open up these reviews. I like to ask you a very important question. How many of you have seen, chat, Rudolph, the original, I'm talking about the original one, the OG 64, the original Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? That's what I want to know. Did I see the Nintendo's Indie World presentation? They showed a game for the creators or something. No, I did not. I didn't even know that was happening. I was so busy. I'm so busy, Mr. Yes, man. Big Ben many times. Dark Slayer saw it years ago as a kid. Of course I have. Dancing. We're dancing. Go see it every Christmas. Daniel Me, Christmas. Of course I have. I'm not a fucking monster. Reynolds would always. Cassie, yes. Edmund, I saw it. So maybe I'm glad everyone recommended that you play Hades. We knew you'd. Yeah, no, it's so good. No, thank you guys for all the recommendations to play Hades. Excellent choice. You guys are so smart. You were so smart. Thank you. Hell yeah, I have. T-Mac, if you haven't seen this, what have you been doing? I'm curious to see if anyone hasn't seen it. Katie Meeks, or maybe I have. V, too many to count. Alex Bernal, yes. Jazz, yes. Deadpool, yes. So I think most of us have seen this chat. Like all of you have been pointing out. It's classic. It's most of us saw it when we were children, chat. We grew up. I grew up with a lot of the Rankin Bass specials. Like all of the films, chat, that they've done. I think this one is. I'm not saying it like it's definitively, but if I were to take a guess which one is the most popular, I would probably say Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I don't know if this was the first of their specials, but it's the one that has always remained always consistently in the pop culture zeitgeist, chat. You know the goddamn song. It's probably of all the songs that they did, this is the one you know the most of. Of course, I used to know it by heart. I'm gonna sing it tonight, chat. I'm gonna sing much like A Year Without a Santa Claus, chat. Year Without a Santa Claus, and also Santa Claus is Coming to town. I will be singing some of the music in this film, chat. I'm very excited. But I think for a lot of people, this was the one that they've seen the most times. Or if you haven't seen any of the other ones, you've probably seen this. You've come across in some capacity, chat. They've done. You should look at the Wikipedia page of this thing, chat. It's very interesting. They have done many re-releases of this. Everything from like the original 1964 version. They have multiple versions from 65 all the way to 97. Then they did like another version from like 98 to 2004, chat, making edits and things, improving the animation. There's a 2005 version, chat, and there's currently a 2019 freeform version, chat. So this film has like a lot of versions. I mean, it's very subtle what they change, chat. Nowadays they might review something. So I have obtained, chat, an original version of the 64 broadcast. As it was in 64, chat. It holds up very well. In some of the versions, they cut out certain things, they edit things out. Like, notably, chat, you have the character of Yukon. What the hell is this guy? I just want to make sure I got his name right, chat. Yukon Cornelius. And he is an insane fucking prospector that thinks there's silver and gold in the North Pole. Chat, there is not. maybe deep in the bowels of the North Pole, chat, like below the water and shit. Then, yeah, possibly. But you're on the ice, buddy. You're not going to find gold just frozen in ice or in snowballs and shit. And you will notice, chat, on his person, on his body, there is a revolver, chat. In some versions of the film, it's cut out. They take out the revolver, Chad. And this the version I have, he has that fucking pistol. Doesn't really use it, though. You think he just fucking starts shooting everybody, Chad, just because how crazy he is. As soon as he sees Rudolph, he's like, I can sell your body, and shoots him, Chad. Like, that's what I probably would have done, Chad. And make all, because he's fucking, he's insane. Instead of snow dogs, Chad, he's got like a Pomeranian, like, you know, snow dogs you'd expect, like the Siberian Huskies, right? They're made to do all that shit. He's got like a Pomeranian and a poodle. And I'm pretty sure like those aren't good sled dog shit. He's out of his fucking mind. So they edited some stuff out with him, with his pistol. And I think there might be another version where he actually like holds it up like a crazy person. And there's other things as well. They changed some terminology, but I have the OG version, which I love. And they kill Santa. They should have killed. I would, if I was Yukon, be like, you fucking bullied this guy for years. Fuck you, and I would have shot him. That's what you would have done, Chad. And then Yukon would become Santa Claus, Chad, and we would all be much better. It'd be a very happy season. Okay, because got rid of that fat man he's just, by the way, Chad, Santa's just an asshole. That's kind of the thing about this movie I forgot, because I haven't seen it in years. You remember certain things, remember some of the songs, Chad, the characters and stuff. Everyone from Rudolph to Herbie to Yukon, of course, and certain weird segments of the film, which we'll talk about in depth. But I forgot just how big of an asshole Santa Claus is in this film, Chad. And then at the end of the movie, he's just like, yeah, you remember when I talk shit about you and like your father and how your father and your mother should be embarrassed because you're born? Hey, can you help me out? It's like, no, fuck you, fat man. Like I think that there must be a parody version that exists of Rudolph just going, no, I ain't helping any of you, and I'm fucking taking over this shit. If there's not, there should be. And someone should absolutely do that, yeah. Oh, no, Donner, yeah, because I thought it was Dasher. It's Donner. Donner is absolutely an awful fucking father, chat. He's terrible. How he mistreats his son and just kind of like asks forgiveness at the last minute. Now that his son's being recognized for being the incredible special person that he is. It's like, fuck you people. So like watch this. You made me mad watching this movie again, shit. I love it because it's a great, that's the other thing about chat. Like not only is it just a classic stop motion, animated special. It is, with some wonderful music, chat, some really creative animation. I mean, it's dated, of course, to a certain extent. I mean, it will be, chat. But there's like that. This is inspired. It's very inspired based on the original, I think, like 50s children's book, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And of course, the song. But it also serves as a really good anti-bullying message movie, chat. Not only for Rudolph, chat, but also for people like Herbie. Which I'm just saying, chat. Herbie, it's a gay allegory. That's what it is, chat. Like, he cannot fit in. He does not want to adhere to elven lifestyle, chat. Just fucking sitting there all goddamn day making toys, chat. He wants to express himself, and what he wants to be, chat, is not a gay man. He wants to be a dentist. But I'm like, I see what you're doing here. I see what you're doing. And I think people have actually, people I think in the LGBT community have like, nah, Herbie, I see what this is all about, which is funny. It's just interesting to me, chat. You can look at this film and its messaging, and still relevant to this day, which showcases how important it is. It's a great film, chat. I'm an absolute big fan of it, and I love that people, if they've been ostracized by society based on how they look or who they are, or any capacity, chat, they can look at and they can see themselves as Rudolph or as Herbie. It's a very important movie. It's a great message movie, chat, and that's why I like it. That's why I like it, chat. But now, my friends, we must go ahead and get into Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Let's get into those nitty-gritty details, chat. We open up with Sam the Snowman, chat. It's not Frosty. People always say, oh, yeah, Frosty in the original movie. No, he doesn't, chat. Frosty isn't born yet, okay? He's not saying happy birthday. He's not here yet. It's Sam, chat. And I think what happened is, like, Sam, he was the resident snowman, but he's fucking old, and he passed away. And Santa, because Frosty was also a Rankin Bass special, chat. We went to 2D animation, and that's why he wanted to get Frosty, chat. Well, you replace Sam, who died, like, years ago, except he's not nearly as articulate or smart or as, whimsical as Sam was, chat. Sam would actually sit you down, teach you a lesson. Frosty, he doesn't give a shit. He'll endanger your goddamn life. He doesn't care. And it's just like, all right, well, we just gotta go. We're with Sam now, chat. We're with Sam right now. He's a great person. And he opens up saying, like, Jesus Christ. Because there's a bunch of newsreel footage, chat. It's like, 1940, Zeppelin travel, that's the future, and all that shit. But apparently, chat, a massive storm. There was a massive storm like years ago, and it almost canceled Christmas. But Sam's like, but Christmas was saved. Not by Santa. He mentions that. Sam's a good guy. Chad. He supports Rudolph. Not by Santa. Not by his whatever, how many reindeer, Chad. No, one single reindeer saved Christmas. And his name was fucking Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. All right? And everyone hated him because he was different, Chad. But because of his difference, he managed to save Christmas. And he still is recognized as the best of the best of all Santa's reindeer. And he is a pillar of the Christmas holiday, Chad. And he opens up, he's like, well, in case you need a reminder about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, let me go ahead and sing you a ditty. And I'm going to sing this goddamn song right now, chap. Rudolph deserves respect. This movie made me mad. You know, Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen, assholes! But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names, assholes. They never let poor Rudolph join any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, asshole, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him, of course. And as they shout out with glee, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, you'll go down in history. Goddamn right he did, Chad. He saved fucking Christmas. After all these people just accosted him, Chad, accosted him for his differences, and his differences saved the goddamn day. And Sam's like, now you know the song, you know what he did. Now here's his origin. Thank you, Alex Bernal. Thank you for the 5 biddies. You're rocking, Mr. You rock, Mr. Urban. Thank you this time. Thank you. Thank you so much, DMX voice. I could do that. I could do that version. Is there a hippity hop version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Thank you. But Sam's like, I'm going to tell you what this kid went through, okay? Because that story deserves to be told. Chat. We open up, and Sam's talking about it's weird. He says it's a few months before Christmas, right? It's a few months before Christmas. And Santa, he's skinny as fuck. You know, Mrs. Claus is trying to feed him. And he just doesn't want to have a chat. Santa is fucking burned out. I'll give him this, chat. He's burned out. He's bitter. It's not because the children of the world are like not nice. They don't believe him. They do. They love him. Matter of fact, this apparently, chat, in this point in history, there are the more nice kids now than ever than naughty kids. And so they love it. But Santa just doesn't give a fuck anymore. He says, I just hate doing this. I hate going through the same thing. And stop feeding me, okay? You're going to give me a heart attack. She's like Aunt May, chat. Just stuffing Uncle Ben with Vienna sausages and wheat cakes. He's like, stop it. You're going to kill him. And she's trying to fatten him up. He's like, I don't want to eat right now, okay? And he's like, you have to eat, Papa. She calls him Papa, which I don't like that. I don't like when married couples call each other father or mother. It's just like, nah, that's weird. I don't like that. But she's like, I gotta get going. I just gotta get going. The reindeer, they're birthing because Chad, apparently the reindeer, it's that time of year. Or a couple months ago, chat, when they're all horny, chat, and they're with their doe of choice, and they were breeding now, but now the birthing has commenced, chat. The birthing has commenced, and Santa needs to inspect the newborn reindeer, chat, so they can eventually take over when all the other reindeer die, chat, because it's inevitable. They only live to like 5 years old or something. And so he has to go out there and check these reindeer, and Mrs. Claus is trying to no, come back, you must eat. I think she's a feeder, chat. I think she's like, she has the fetish. She got one of them fetishes where she likes to see her men very plump and rotund and round. He likes a little ass to grab, chat. But Santa, he goes out, he's going out there. But meanwhile, chat, we cut to the domicile, chat, the cave of Donner and his lovely wife, chat, his lovely, caring wife, which he does not fucking deserve. I can tell you that right now. And his wife has just given birth to a doe, or not a doe, but a new reindeer. And he's apparently he looks so goddamn adorable. Like, oh, he's great. Look at the chip off the old block. What should we name him? And they decide. The mother says, I want to name him Rudolph. And Donner's like, normally I would name him because I'm a man, and it's a man's job to name the child. But I'll let that happen. Let's call him Rudolph. And apparently, chap, Rudolph is very intelligent, very articulate. Because he instantly starts fucking talking where he goes, Mama? And they're like, holy shit. Like, he's really just front pooped out yet. He's really front pooped out. And then, he says, Papa. And after he says it, Donner's like, oh, look at that. He's so smart. Well, look, it's great. And then, Chet, his nose starts glowing. And they're like, holy shit. They can't believe it. They can't believe his nose starts glowing, chat. It drives them fucking crazy. And, no, Mama is fine with it. Mama is totally fine with it. She has no problem with it, chat. But you have, what's his name? You have Donner, chat. You got goddamn Donner. He's complaining the entire time. And he's just like, I can't deal with this. This is too stressful. He's different from everybody else. I'm going to be shamed. Like, he's thinking about all the other reindeer, chat, like Comet and Blitzen and shit. And because, Comet and Blitzen always give him the roughest time, chat. And at this point, he's like, okay, we got to cover this up. We're going to have to cover this up. But before they can cover up the nose, chat. Ooh.
Mr. Grinch, you really are a hero.
Ooh, is this new follower, chat? Let me go ahead and thank this person. Kamikaze913, thank you for the follow. You're my new Huckleberry. Hope you're doing very well this fine hump day evening. This fine Wednesday evening. Exactly, chat. That's what happens. So after they're trying to cover this up, or, because Rudolph's mom, she's like, I think he looks cute. I think it makes him look different. He stands out, and I think that's what makes him so unique, and I love him. And Donner's like, I hate it. No, we can't. He shames the family. And as soon as they try to cover it up, when Donner tries to cover it up, who walks in? Santa Claus, and he goes, what the fuck is that? Because he walks in, he's like, Donner, can I talk to you for a second? And Donner's like, okay, sir. And he goes over, he's like, you got to take care of this. And Donner's just like, what do you mean? And Santa grabs him and says, I told you to take care of this. Now, is he implying that he wants Donner to murder Rudolph? I think so, Check. Because Santa says he doesn't care anymore. He's a bitter, fat old man. Not even fat anymore. He's emaciated now at this point. But I think he's really pissed off about, there's another problem to deal with. And so you have to take care of this problem. Or he'll never make my sleigh teams just because his nose is red. And then he just fucking leaves. He just gets out of there. And Donner's just like, all right, shit, well. And he performs a fucking ditty. He performs a goddamn ditty. I don't even know. I'm not going to sing his goddamn song, Chad, because he's just an asshole. He's just a fucking asshole. And so Donner's just like, all right, well, I don't know if he implied to murder my son, so we're just gonna cover up his nose. We're gonna cover up his nose, and he takes some mud or some I don't know, some fecal matter that just layers their cave, chat, and he rubs it on Rudolph, and he covers it up. Like, we just won't talk about it. We won't mention it. We won't acknowledge it. We'll just cover it up, and we'll just teach him all the reindeer shit, and he'll be great. But the mother's just like, I don't want to do this. And she takes the stuff off him, and Donner's like, you're going to fucking do what I told you to do. So it's a very abusive relationship, chat, between Donner and Rudolph's mother. And so Rudolph's just caught in the middle of it, Chad. It's not a happy home. But, Donner, he teaches Rudolph all the reindeer shit. And Rudolph excels at all of it, Chad. He's great. He already knows how to fucking fly. He's smart. He's talking. He's got a, great singing voice, Chad. Perfect for all these upcoming tunes he's going to be singing on later in the movie. But then, Chad, as they're out, as him and Donner are practicing reindeer shit, oh no, Chad, even though it's supposedly happy in Christmas Town, even though it fucking isn't, a lot of miserable people up here, there is one person who hates Christmas more than anyone, Chad, and it's the abominable snowman, Chad, this massive Sasquatch ape-like beast who patrols the North Pole, Chad, and just snatches up reindeer and literally eats them, Chad. Horrifying. It scared me as a child when I first saw it. I was like, oh my God, what the fuck is that? I don't like the noise it makes. And Donner, it's like he tells Rudolph to take cover, and they hide. They're cowering as they see the giant, they're literally just the sides. They're up to the ankle of this abominable snow beast, chat. And he has this thing just roars and marches by, chat, and wanting to feast upon the residents of Christmas Town. But he passes through, chat. He passes through every once in a while. And at this point, we then cut. Like, there's like Rudolph's not the only misfit here, chat. There are other people in the North Pole who have their own troubles, chat. And we cut to the factory. We cut to Santa's factory, chat, and we're introduced to the elves, chat. And they all look the same. They all talk the same, male and female. I mean, the only thing that separates them, what makes them different, chat, is just their uniforms. Males have green, females have pink, but everything looks the same. And also the main worker elf, chat, who sounds like the drill sergeant from Full Metal Jacket. And it's like, okay, you limp dick fucks, let's go ahead and start making these toys. He sounds just like him, chat. And there's one elf among them, chat, Herbie, and he doesn't want to make fucking toys. He's like, this isn't me. This isn't me. It's not who I am inside, and I can't express myself. And so as all these toys are passed to him, he's working on them, chat, but he doesn't have the motivation. And the drill sergeant elf is just like, what the fuck are you doing, Herbie? And he says, you're gonna have a heart attack, dude. Like, this guy, he's the biggest of all the elves, chat. He's fat as hell. He's got rage issues, chat. It's like, you're gonna give yourself a fucking heart attack, man. This guy looks, it's like he's aged himself significantly, chat, based on his diet and his attitude. It's terrible. And Herbie's just like, I'm making the toy. He's like, you're holding up the line, son. You gotta go ahead and fucking paint faster. What are you doing? His eyes are just popping out. And he's like, well, sir, to be honest with you, I just don't like making toys. And he's like, oh, well, that's what? And he's about to explode. What do you mean? And he sounds like Macho Man Randy Savage. Honestly, what do you mean you don't like making toys? And he's like, it's not my thing. I've never really been into it. He's like, well, what do you like to do? And he's like, well, I'm glad you asked, sir. I actually am really interested in dentistry. He's like, dentistry? We don't need a goddamn dentist up here. What are you doing to yourself? No, you're going to be a toy maker. That's how it's going to be. And if you're not a toy maker, then you might as well just be dead. And Herbie's just like, Jesus. And eventually, chat, they're like the elves. They got to perform for Santa Claus. This is the day of the big fucking performance where all the elves get out there and they got to sing their next song for him. And, Herbie's just like, well, I guess I'll go. And the drill sergeant was like, no, you keep your little fairy ass. He's like, I see what you're doing here, Rakin Bass. Some of these insults, I see what you're doing here. You keep your sparkled fairy ass right here and you start making these toys. And Herbie's just like, oh, Jesus. And so that's what he does, chat. And we hear like a brief rendition of the Misfit song, which I will sing in full. I will sing in full, chat, once we get to the duo that is Herbie and Rudolph, chat. But we're not at that point yet. And so Herbie's just fucking, he's just miserable. He's just goddamn miserable, chat. Eventually, we cut, chat, to Santa, who is just as miserable. He just hates his life at this point. And Mrs. Claus, she's there. She's like, okay, you're going to be fucking nice to these elves, goddammit, all right? All right, they perform this. They work on this song all year round. You gotta acknowledge them. You gotta appreciate them. And Santa's just like, I just don't care. It's the same goddamn song every year. And he's like, just do it. And so all the elves get out there, chat, and they perform a little song. Let me see if I can find this song, chat. I want to sing it. I want to sing this song, because we already did Rudolph. Let me go Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer elf song. I forgot how this fucking thing goes. But let me see if I got it. We are Santa's elves. Here we go, chat. Here we go. Here we go. This is the lyrics. I forgot my... Ho, 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 ho. We are Santa's elves. We are Santa's elves. Filling Santa's shelves with a toy for each girl and boy. So it's kind of like that. It's not one of the better songs, chat. And Santa just fucking hates it. He's just like, oh, this is the worst. And he's just holding his hand in his head. It's just like, oh, Jesus. And Mrs. Claus, she's just clapping to it, chat. She's just like, yay. She loves it. She's looking over Santa's like, you better get your fat ass clapping right here, right now, old man. And then he's just done with it. And they finished the fucking ditty, chat. They finished the goddamn song. And Santa gets up and goes, yeah, it was great. Listen, I got to go down to the reindeer field to see the reindeer games to see how the new stock this year is looking, okay? See you later. And you can tell the elves are just like, we worked on that all year. But Santa could give a shit less. And Mrs. Claus, she goes up to the main drill. By the way, there's a voice acting error here where the drill sergeant elf chat, his voice totally fucking changes. It goes from the "What are you doing?" Macho Man Randy Savage to like, "Okay, guys, let's go ahead and start singing." It's like, so does he have like a different voice for how he interacts with people? Does he like his public voice when he's interacting with Santa and Mrs. Claus, but his real voice when he interacting with the elves? It's not established yet, but there is a voice, it appears to be a voice acting error. And so he's upset because, Santa didn't seem to care, even though Mrs. Claus is praising them in their song. And the elves are like, well, the reason might be is because Herbie isn't here. He goes, what? Now, again, Chad, he said before that, Herbie, you're not going to join us for our song because you're working on your toys. And so now he's getting upset because he's the one who fucked up to begin with, Chad. So it's not Herbie's fault. It's not Herbie's fault. And so the drill sergeant elf, he goes back, chat, and he sees Herbie. Herbie's working on the toy shop, but he's actually adding teeth to them, which is kind of fucking horrifying in hindsight. She's like a serial killer. So Herbie's just like, okay, you're so much negativity is being placed on Herbie. He's gonna take up. He has like some weird teeth fetish now, and he's gonna be performing like weird dental surgery in the dead of night. And some of these elves are gonna wake up with all their teeth missing. There's all gums. You don't want that, chat. So they should be kinder to Herbie, chat. Just fucking do it, man. Just fucking do it. And so he goes in there, and he sees that he's adding teeth to some of the dolls they're going to be giving. And, the drill sergeant was like, what the fuck is this, Herbie? And Herbie's just, I thought since, I like dentistry, but I know you want me to make toys. I thought, well, maybe it'll be kind of cool compromise if I can add teeth to the dolls and action figures and things. And he's like, no, get your candy ass out of here. And he's just so mad. He's about to give himself a heart attack. And Herbie's just like, fuck this, fine. I just can't do anything right. I just can't express myself and who I am on the inside. Fuck you and fuck the rest of you people. He leaves, Chad. He jumps out the goddamn window. Doesn't kill himself, Chad. Thankfully, it doesn't get that dark. Not yet. But he leaves. And then, Chad, we cut back to the cave of Donner and Mrs. Donner, Chad, and Rudolph. And Rudolph, he's grown up a little bit, Chad. He's now fully talking and things. And Donner's like, okay, Rudolph, listen, you're going to go to the reindeer games. They're going to be testing you out, see if you can fly, do all that cool shit, but we got to put your nose on. He's like, I don't want to. He's like, I told you, you're going to put the goddamn nose on, okay? And I want to hear any fucking lip from you. I'll fucking smack you. And it's just like, Jesus Christ, the Donner's being way too aggressive with his son. And he puts the nose on him. He's like, stop complaining. And Rudolph's just like, Jesus Christ, my life is horrible. And so they go out there, chat. And Donner, he drops off. It's like a daycare. It's like the YMCA, chat. And all the fucking kids are just these little goddamn savages who just want to destroy your life. It's awful. But he goes there, Chad. He has the fake nose on. He makes them sound like this. And but he meets the one of the sons of the other reindeer, chat, named Fireball, which is a stupid name. It's a stupid name. Our name's Fireball. It's like those parents who name their kids Blaze and Vector. It's just, what the fuck does that even mean? Thank you, Darkseid, for the 5 minutes. Donner gonna smack. He's gonna smack. Yeah, he's very aggressive. He's very aggressive, chat. There's no question. Sergeant Elf, you're fucking fired. Thank you again, Darkseid, for the 5 minutes. He drops him off, and Fireball's like, hey, how you doing? Rudolph's like, I'm okay. And he's like, hey, you want to be best buds? Rudolph's like, yeah, I do want to be best buds. He's like, yeah, you can be my friend. And he's like, okay. So he's happy now, Chad, because now he's in a positive environment. And he's like, hey, let's go perform in front of the girls, the does. And Rudolph's like, okay, like, ooh, Chad, they're gonna be strutting this stuff. And so they go over there, Chad. And Rudolph's playing around with Fireball and some of the other little, the bucks to be, chat. And Rudolph catches the eye, chat, of, oh God, what's her name? Clarice, chat. And she's just Irish. She got a little pink bow in her hair and everything. All the girls are like, Clarice likes Rudolph. And Rudolph's like, oh. And then Fireball's like, go over there and talk to her. He goes, well, I don't know. He's like, oh, come on, man, do it. But meanwhile, Chad, before he goes over there, he's like, all right, you kids, all right. We got to go ahead and practice some reindeer games, all right? So line up. And so even though Rudolph and Clarissa, they're eyeing each other, Chad, eyeballing each other, got the eyelash. He's like, oh, yeah, you want this, don't you? He's like, yeah, I do. But we are lining all up. And he goes, okay, you little shits, we're going to go ahead and see what you can do here. We're going to practice some flying right now. Going to leap, okay? All reindeers we all know can fly. If you're worth anything, you can at least fucking fly for me, okay? So you go ahead and go first. We see this like little buck to BJ. He's hopping, he leaps and then fucking falls flat on his ass. He's like, all right, he fucking failed. They're all cruel to each other, chat. This is not a positive environment. And so Fireball says, oh, you know what, probably going to take a while until they finally get to us. Why don't you go over and talk to that doe? And Rudolph's like, okay. And he goes over to talk to little Clarice chat. And he's like, hi. And she's like, hi, my name is Clarice. What's your name? He's like, Rudolph. He's like, oh, that's a lovely name. He's like, yup. I love it. Just like, yep. He doesn't know what to do. She's like, well, it's a really nice day today. It's sunny and surprisingly warm for the North Pole. And he goes, yep. and she's like, you don't talk too much and your voice sounds kind of funny. And he's like, what's wrong with my voice sounding funny? She's like, oh, it's nothing. It's totally fine. Just want to talk to you. And he's like, oh, thanks. I appreciate it. It is nice today. And they start talking more and more and everything. So cute, chat. Then eventually Rudolph, he's called up. And he's like, oh, I have to go. And she goes, well, it was really nice talking to you, Rudolph. And it was nice talking to you too, Clarice. And she goes, I just want to tell you. He goes, yeah, I think you're cute. And he goes, she thinks I'm cute. She thinks I'm cute, and that inspires him, Chad, because of this little doe who is so kind to him, and likes him. Chad loves him. Love at first sight. That kind of bullshit. Well, I'll allow for this movie, Chad, because Rudolph's having a rough time. He just fucking jumps up. He just jumps up in the air, and he's flying around. Everyone's like, holy shit, they never seen this happen before. Like a reindeer that's done this, Chad, in his first reindeer games. And everyone's just so impressed. Even the coach is like, oh my God, he's better than all you little shits. And he's flying around and shit. He drops down, Chad. She said, I'm cute. And he's like, wow, that's incredible. And then, yeah, you got fucking Santa. He walks in. He's like, oh, my God, Rudolph, that was amazing. Donner, shit, he's a chip off the old block. And Donner's proud of him, Chad. And his mom's there and everything. Everyone's just so impressed, Chad. And Rudolph's so excited that the nose falls off, Chad, revealing his red nose. And everyone's just like, oh, my God, what is that? It's disgusting. They're disgusted by him. And Santa goes over to Donner just to rub salt in the wound, and he goes, Donner, I'm so disappointed in you that your seed was passed on and created this. It's just like, what? And so he just leaves. And then, all the kids are looking at Rudolph and just going, ha, 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 ha. He has a red nose. And Rudolph's just like, what does it matter? And he's like, you're a loser. You're not like us. And then Comet walks up and says, Rudolph, because of your disgusting appearance, you can't play any more reindeer games. He's like, but you were all praising me minutes ago, like literally seconds ago. Thank you, Darkseid, for the 5 minutes. He's not even my real son, pretty much. Donner doesn't even say anything to Rudolph. He just looks down, doesn't say anything. Donner's such a fucking asshole, chap. Why he could, I've been like, no, fuck you people. This is my son. Look, he did the best on anybody. He's better than me. But no, of course not. And Comet's like, Rudolph, you can't play any reindeer games. You're ugly as sin. Get out of here. You're fucking banished. And Rudolph's just like, what the fuck? But I did better than anybody. But it doesn't matter, Chad. The fact that he just looks different negates everything. And so he's walking away, but then Clarice, she gallops up to him. She goes, oh, because that's the thing that she asked earlier, chap, before he did this little, he flew around. She asked, after this is over, can you walk me home and we can talk more? And he goes, yeah. And she's like, well, Rudolph, where are you going? I thought you're going to walk me home. And he's like, well, aren't you disgusted by my appearance? She goes, no. Those people are cruel for what they said to you. I think your red nose, it makes you different, unique, and it looks quite handsome. It suits you perfectly. And he's like, ah. And then she goes off and does a song, chat. Serenades him. I'm gonna see if I can get this goddamn song. I'm gonna look Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Clarice song. And this is like, wow, she got some pipes on her, chat. Here he goes. He says, you know what? Anything can change, shit. There's always tomorrow is what the song is called. Let me go ahead and get this song lyrics. This is a very good song. Underrated song, Chad. Underrated song, in my opinion. Here we go. Let me go ahead and serenade you, Chad. There's always tomorrow for dreams to come true. Believe in your dreams, come what may. There's always tomorrow with so much to do and so little time in a day. We all pretend that a rainbow has an end, and you'll be there, my friend, someday. There's always tomorrow for dreams to come true. Tomorrow is not far away. We all pretend the rainbow has an end, and you'll be there, my friend, someday. There's always tomorrow for dreams to come true. Tomorrow is not far away. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and they're sitting, chat. It's great. It's so goddamn good. And then Clarice's dad comes over and says, "I don't want you to be with his kind now." And just I'm like, oh God, no. And it's like, "I don't like the way he look at you, and no daughter of mine is gonna be with a goddamn vampire, red-nosed reindeer." He's a racist, chat. Thank you, DeCarlix. Thank you. And so he does not like it. Stranger, what's this then? Gates the Rap. Good evening to you, stranger. Psychoc's gun. Exactly. Racism, chat. Racism in full effect. And then Clarice is like, "Daddy," he's like, I fucking told you, girl. And she's like, "I'm sorry, Rudolph. I'm sorry." And she goes off her father. He's just like, "I'm fucking alone. I'm fucking miserable." He hates it. His parents, he's not going to go home. He doesn't know what to do. Doesn't know what to do, chat. So he sits down on a snowbank. And apparently, chat, right next to him, chat, Herbie, who apparently just wanted to fucking freeze to death his ulcers. And Rudolph's like, "Oh!" And Herbie's like, "Yeah." And Rudolph is like, "Well, what are you doing here? And shouldn't you be at the factory?" He goes, "No, they don't appreciate me and who I am." And, Rudolph's like, "Why? Well, what are you?" And, Herbie's just like, "I'm a proud dentist." And I'm just like, there was a very pregnant pause. That was a 9-month pregnant pause. "I'm a very proud dentist." Thank you, Doctor, for the 5 minutes. We went from a likable Santa to a Jade Old. He really is, man. Santa's an asshole. Fuck, Common and Blitzen. All of them, Chad, Donner, they're all assholes, Chad. They're terrible reindeer. They don't deserve to be on Santa's team. None of them do. Rudolph and fucking all the. We'll get to it, Chad. We're almost there. I'm getting me hot and bothered right now. Get me mad. But Herbie's like, "Well, what's up with you? Why are you here?" And he's like, "Can't you tell?" And Herbie's like, "What?" "My red nose. Everyone thinks I'm an abomination." And Herbie goes, "No, I think your red nose makes you unique. I think it sets you apart from everybody else. And we misfits, we got to stick together. And, it makes us independent." And, Rudolph's like, what does that mean? And Herbie's like, "I'll fucking explain it to you." And then, Chad, we get this song, which I will sing this song. I will sing the Misfits song. Give me a second here, Chad. Oh, let's do it. Misfit song, Chad. I want them lyrics. Here we go. Here we go, Chad. Here's the Misfit song performed by Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Herbie the Elf. The dentist in the making, Chad. We're a couple of misfits. What's the matter with misfits? That where we fit in. We're not Daffy and Dilly. Don't go around willy-nilly. Seem to us kinda silly that we don't fit in. We may be different from the rest. Who decides the test of what is really the best? We're a couple of misfits. What's the matter with misfits? That where we fit in. Why am I such a misfit? I'm not just a nitwit. I'm adorable reindeer. Why don't I fit in? Why am I such a misfit? I'm not just a nitwit. They can't fire me. I quit. Seems I don't fit in. We may be different from the rest. Who decides the test of what is really the best? We're a couple of misfits. We're a couple of misfits. What's the matter with misfits? That's where we fit in. Yes, Chad. So Herbie and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, they decide, Chad, we fit in because we're a couple misfits. Our differences makes us unique, and we're two birds of a feather. And they basically tell all these people, fuck it, fuck you. We're going to go off on our own. We're going to go off on our own, and we're going to discover who we are. But, Chad, they realize they have no survival instincts or abilities, Chad. And so we're a couple of vampires. They have no survival instincts, Chat, or abilities. And so they go out into the North Pole, Chat, and things aren't going well. Because what's out in the goddamn North Pole wild, Chat, the wild waste of the North Pole? The fucking abominable snowman. And that guy's an asshole. He wants to eat everything he sees, reindeer and elves especially, Chat. And they hear something coming, which they think is the abominable snowman, Chat. I think it's the abominable snowman, but it's not. It's not, Chat. It's, and they hide. They just stuff their heads inside like this fucking giant snowbank, Chat. Just like, oh, maybe he'll ignore us, even though their asses are sticking out everything, Chat. But no, we're introduced to the character of Yukon Cornelius, Chat. And he is an insane prospector with a sled dog team, not comprised of like Siberian Huskies or something, Chat. Typically what you would see, or Huskies, who would see leading a sleigh or something, Chat, a sled, if you will. No, he has a fucking Pomeranian, a bulldog, an English bulldog, mind you, and a poodle. And so it's this guy, I don't know what the hell happened, I don't know what the hell is his story, but he comes up, and you can see, he's one of those gun nuts, because he's got fucking revolvers and a goddamn shotgun on his sled and everything, Chad's like, this guy, don't set him off, because he'll go nuts. But he sees Herbie, he sees Rudolph, and he pulls him out of the fucking stomach. He's like, what's wrong with you two? And they're like, oh, sorry, sir, we thought you were, the abominable snow creature. He's like, and they're like, oh, Jesus Christ. He's like, I'm not an abominable snow creature. No, I'm Yukon Cornelius, the greatest prospector that ever lived. And they're like, what are you doing up in the North Pole? And he goes, I'm looking for gold and silver and gold. And he immediately takes out his axe pick, and they go, whoa! He's like, oh, God, he's going to kill us. And he immediately just thrusts it into the ground, and he pulls it up. He goes, and he licks it, and they're like, what the fuck? He goes, bone dry. And it's like, gold and silver's not going to be in the ice. But they're like, we don't want to fucking set him off. We want to set him off. And we cut, just like, but they befriend him. And they're like, because Cornelius, because he's fucking insane. Like, he's legitimately dangerous. I'm a little concerned by him. How can these doggies survive in the North Pole? It's a very good question. It's an excellent question. The gold rush is over. The gold rush is indeed over. Thank you, Doug, for the 5 minutes. But he doesn't know that. He still thinks it's going on. And then we cut back after they befriend him, Chad, because he is a misfit like them. And he bonds with them, Chad, because, oh, no one talks to me anymore. I can't imagine why. And we cut to Sam, who goes, okay, let me explain this guy to you. He is legitimately insane, and he has a wonderful song. They only have Cornelius sing it, Chad, because he can't sing for shit. But Sam, the snowman, he can sing it, Chad. Silver and gold, silver and gold. We'll go ahead and do that. I'll sing you a little ditty, Chad, of silver and gold lyrics. Goddamn good song. From what I remember. Here we go, Chad. I'll sing you a little bit of this, Sean. Oh, here we go. Silver and gold. Woo! We got some subscribers, Chad. Color with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Winner would be him. Thank you. Oh, Color. Excuse me, making your presence known. Welcome to the stream. There goes Mr. Grimm. If they gave a prize for being mean, the winner would be him. Thank you. Congratulations, Juice Monkey 96, Lano Stevenson, Taraj, Kiki, McNabb, and Mr. Travell. You and out of the proud of 5 minutes along with ad-free viewing. Thank you. Let me raise my glass and my mug to you. May the wings of liberty that was a feather. You're shaking the pillows of heaven as we speak. Cheers and salute. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for your generosity. Just got me in the middle of my Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer review. Is that a revolver? As Rudolph's like, I need one of those. Rudolph's gonna go shoot up the fucking Christmas town. Oh, sorry, man, I don't think this dude Cornelius is very smart. He's not. He's not. He's insane. You are feeling festive. I am, man. I'm feeling festive, and you're feeling festive. Thank you, Colin. That was so kind of you. Thank you for your generosity, spreading the holiday spirit. I'm Mr. Snow. I'm Mr. Icicle. I'm Mr. 10 Below. Thank you so much, Alex, with a 5-bitty donation. Excuse me, 4-bitty donation. Thank you for the 4-bitty donation. Very, very kind. Thank you. Woo. Burl that smooth voice. I know. I can't match his voice, Chad. I can't match his voice. I'm not going to pretend to. I'm going to do my own rendition. But again, caller, welcome to streaming. Thank you for your generosity. And thank you, Alex Bernal, for the 4 biddies. Here we go, Chad. Silver and gold, silver and gold. Everyone wishes for silver and gold. How do you measure its worth? Just by the pleasure it gives here on earth. Silver and gold means so much more when I see silver and gold decorations on every Christmas tree. And it goes on and goes on. Repeats itself, chat. Pretty good. It's a very whimsical song, chat. It's very nice. You know why I like that movie, Childhood, man. No, it's same. It sticks in. It's still in the pop culture zeitgeist. It's a great anti-bullying message. Encourage people to acknowledge and embrace your differences. What sets you apart makes you unique. It's a very positive movie. But he sings this song, and then we immediately cut back to Yukon, Cornelius, and Rudolph, and Herbie, who are embracing their differences, and, you know, we're a couple of misfits, all that shit. Show, think of the tidbits, my heart's a pitter-pattering. Welcome, show to the stream. Hope you're doing very well today. Just in the middle of Rudolph, and then all of a sudden, chat, the abominable snow creature, he sees them, something has brought him forward, chat. Something has alerted him to their presence, chat, and they realize it's Rudolph's nose, chat. It's Rudolph's nose, because it glows so brightly, chat, that the fucking snow monster can see it, and he's like, and this thing's horrifying. He's like, it's coming for him, chat, and they all fucking take off. And Cornelius is trying to get his fucking dogs to mush, chat, but they're dead. They froze to death, chat. They're fucking dead. No, they're fine. But they refuse to move because they're not made for this weather. And so he puts them on the sled, chat. He fucking uses himself and just tries to, here we go, boys. Let's see if we live or die today. And eventually they get to the edge of this ice floe, chat, where it's just the sea. And, like, they have nowhere else to go. And Herbie's like, Jesus, God, we're all gonna fucking die. And Rudolph's just like, hey, man, it fucking happens, man. You know, we're not accepted. You know, fuck him. Rudolph has gotten very dark at this point. But, Yukon, Cornelius, he's like, nah, I got you, guys. I got you. And he takes out his ice pick. He's like, now's not the time to check if there's silver and gold here. Yukon's like, nah, man, look. And he fucking smashes the shit out of the piece of ice that they're standing on, chat. And it starts to float away out towards the rest of the ice floe. And they go, oh my God, but what about the snow monster? And the abominable snowman, chat, he can't go out there. He sinks like a fucking rock. And he even tries to. He goes, oh, and he falls in. He's like, oh. And he eventually gets back to the surface, chat, and crawls up. And he's like, He's so mad. And he's like, thank God we escaped. We escaped. Eventually, though, chat, we do cut back to the residence of Donner and his wife, Mrs. Donner, and he says, I gotta go look for my son. I was like, I've said so many horrible things to him. Even he's realizing now, like, I've done all these things. He's still my son. I gotta go out and look for him. And Mrs. Donner, she's like, I want to join you. And he goes, no, this is man's work. And he just trumps off, Chad. He gallops off. And Mrs. Donner's like, God, he's such a fucking prick. But thankfully, Chad, Clarice, she meets with Mrs. Donner, and they decide to go out on their own and look for Rudolph. And Sam's like, and that's where the trouble began. That's where everything went downhill. It's getting pretty rough out there. Eventually, though, we cut back, and the elves didn't give a shit about Herbie. They just like, you know what, fuck him, we don't care. They didn't send out a search party for him. They're like, no, we're glad his candy ass isn't here anymore. It's like, oh, take it easy, macho Randy Savage elf. Relax there. But we cut back to our good old boys chat, Rudolph, Herbie, and Yukon Cornelius. The dogs are fine. The dogs are fine, chat. Dogs don't die. I'm going to tell you that right now. And they arrive on an island, chat. Thankfully, they arrive on an island and they get out. And they are accosted, chat, by these abomination toys, chat. They're on the island of misfit toys. And one of the guards, chat, is this Jack in the Box, who introduces himself. He's like, hello, and welcome to the island of misfit toys. My name is, and Rudolph is like, he's trying to be clever. He's like, I bet your name is Jack. And he goes, how could you say that? And Rudolph's like, what did I do? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend. He's like, my name is not Jack. It's why I'm a misfit toy. My name is Charlie. Who wants to play with a Jack in a Box called Charlie? It's not Charlie in the box. That's stupid. And I'm stupid. I'm stupid. And he starts hitting himself. And Rudolph's like, I'm sorry. Don't hit yourself. And then eventually he's like, I'm sorry, I got emotional. I'll show you what this is. And then he goes to like the inner section of the island, chat, and they're introduced to all these fucking misfit toys, chat. They're all toys that just don't work. They're not supposed to do it. They don't do what they're supposed to do. Like they have a boat that can't float. They have a cowboy riding an ostrich, which sounds fucking badass to me. They have a gun. Which instead of firing bullets, chat, it fires jelly. And they're like, oh, all right. And the toys, chat, they're all sad because no child wants them. No child wants them for what they do, chat. They're like defects. They're like defects in a way. And they're so upset. But thankfully, they introduced a weird character, chat, who I always forget his name. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck this is. But let me go ahead and get their name right, chat. They're introduced, apparently, chat, the ruler of the island of Misfit Toys, chat, is King Moonracer. And it's this weird lying eagle creature who apparently goes around the world, feasts upon the children who threw these toys out, and brings the toys back to the island, chat, so they can live out their days in solitude. I'm like, I'm like, okay. I don't know what, I never heard of this character. King Moon, I always forgot. I was like, oh yeah, that fucking weird king creature thing. And they're like, can we talk to King Moonracer? We can live here amongst you in solitude because we too are misfits. We had a whole song about it. And they're like, of course you can. And they're like, you can go up to his castle, chat. And it's just this giant winged lion, chat. The circle of life. The Lion King starts playing. And they go up to him. And they're like, your Majesty, King Moonracer, my name is Rudolph, this is Herbie, this is Yukon Cornelius. We are misfits, and we ask you if we can remain on your island and live out the rest of our days. And King Moonracer, chat, he looks at Yukon, he looks at Herbie, and he looks at Rudolph, and he says, no. No. It fucking kills me. I just love it. And they're like, wait, what? He's like, no. Oh, it's Aslan or whatever his name is from the Chronicles of Narnia. And they're like, wait a minute, why? And he goes, well, this is the island of misfit toys. Toys. And as far as I'm concerned, that's an insane man from Norway. That is an elf, and you are a reindeer, and you are not toys. So, no. And they're like, oh. But he's like, but, I'm a benevolent ruler, and I welcome guests to our island. You may stay here the night. You may stay here and live amongst the toys and learn from them. But then you must leave. You must leave then because this is the island Misfit Toys. And they go, okay. And he's never in the movie again. This King Moon. I was like, okay, Moonracer, thanks. And so at this point, they retire to their little abode, this little guest house, which is very small, check, because I guess it's made for toys. So it's like, all right, fair enough. And Yukon Cornelius is just kind of like, I'm not comfortable in here. He's just smushed in there. And Herbie, he's fine because he's a little elf. And Rudolph, he's basically saying, you know, guys, this is not working out. Listen, I'm endangering you. I could be endangering this island with the snow monster. I mean, what if the ice freezes over? Because Rudolph brings up a good point. Like, what if the ice floe freezes over and it creates a path for the abominable snow monster, and it can kill everybody here? And they're like, Rudolph, no, we're a team. We are misfits. We're misfits. Okay, we stick together. All right, let's just go to sleep. We'll head out tomorrow. We'll find a new place to live. And Rudolph, they go, you know, Cornelius and Herbie, they go to sleep. And Rudolph's like, I can't do this. I don't want to endanger my friends or these people. And he's like, I got to go off. And so he sneaks out of the guest house, chat, and he goes back to the ice floe, and he kicks it, and it's like, is he gonna kill himself? I was like, he's gonna kill himself and just starve, chat, but no, it takes him to like another place, chat, and then time passes. Many months pass, actually. And Rudolph, he befriends all these creatures, chat, but then as soon as the parents or any authority figure sees him and how he looks, they say, no, be gone, you abomination. And he moves on, chat, and he becomes a little more hardened. But during this time, Chad, he does grow up. And he finally realizes, Chad, you know what? Fuck those people. And the difference is I was better than all of them. I showcased my skill, and everyone loved me for that. But then all because my nose is red and it glows, they suddenly think that I'm not as good as them. Fuck them. I'm going to go back there and tell them what I'm about. And so he's like, I'm going to turn to Christmas Town and tell my fucking father and tell all those goddamn kids that bullied me. And that fat man that lives there, he's just an asshole. He doesn't care about kids anymore. He doesn't care about the holiday spirit. Fuck him. I'm going to go back there and tell him what's what. And he returns, chat. Meanwhile, we cut to little Irby, chat, and you cut Cornelius, and they're looking for Rudolph. They spent all these months. He's their friend. He's their fellow misfit, and they're going to find him. They didn't realize like how bad he was really feeling about himself in the situation, and they spent all these many months looking for him, chat, at the same time. Eventually, Rudolph, he returns to Christmas Town, chat, and he is accosted by his fellow bucks, chat, because now he's a buck. He's grown up, chat, in many, many months. He has his own antlers and everything. And you have fucking Fireball. It's like, oh, look who it is, Neon Nose. And Rudolph just fucking runs up to him and just gores him to death. He just fucking rams his antlers into him, chat, and just boom, 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 dead. And all the other antlers are like, holy shit. They're like, oh my God, all the reindeer just back the fuck up. He's like, you want some? I'm the fucking alpha now. I'm the alpha, okay? All your asses are mine. All your does are mine. That's how it's going to be like, oh God, shit, oh God. And then, Chris almost spit on my cocoa. Thug life. Goddamn right. You have to show them who's in charge. And so he goes off. Because he's going to go kill his father, Chad. He's going to go kill his father. Patrick's going to commit some patricide, Chad. But when he gets there, Chad, his father is gone. His mom is gone. He loves his mom, Chad. He loves his mom. He's not going to hurt his mom. He knows his mom loved him and wanted the best for him because of the abuse of his father and his personality. It was difficult for her mother, too. He knows this. And he goes there, and no one's there. But you know who is there, chat? Fucking Santa Claus, who has just become. He looks like fucking Logan from from like Wolverine from Logan, chat, just sitting there, just like. I was wondering when you come back, and he's like, "What the fuck do you want, Santa?" He's like, "Listen. I know you're mad. I get it, man. I get it. Holidays, the people, the elves, the reindeer, the kids." They all have their own thing. Me? I don't give a shit anymore, man. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you more than I've been honest with anybody else. I don't have the holiday spirit. I don't give a shit. And Rudolph realizes, Santa goes on and on and on, that, you know what? It's not worth killing you. Because Rudolph tells him, he's like, listen, thank you. Everett M. Thank you for the follow. You're my new Huckleberry or Grinch, and we like Grinches. You're welcome to stream. Hope you're doing very well. Currently in the middle of my Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer review. It's been going well so far, I think. Monster Kawasaki, goddamn. Milky Mac, love that name, Milky Mac. Welcome to stream. Hope you're doing very well. But Rudolph realizes, like, you know what? It's not worth killing you because I want you to stay alive, fat man. Because you're more miserable. I would, that's what you want. Santa wants to die. He wants to die in the movie. And Rudolph realizes, if I give you the sweet release of death, then I haven't won. Keeping you alive, so you have to do this year after year after year. That's what you want. He's like, Rudolph, please. And he's like, nah. I'm going to go look for my dad. I'm going to look for my mom. And I'm going to go look for Clarice. Because Mom and Clarice, they believed in me, okay? That's my girl. Fuck all these other does. I don't want them. I don't even want them now, even though they are mine. They're mine, Santa. But I want her because she's a good person. I'm going to help her. And he goes off because he thinks something might be wrong. Something might be wrong. And he realizes, chat, the abominable snow creature has captured his mother, Clarice, and his father. And he goes in there, chat. He's like, hey, snow monster. And some monster's like, what? He's like, I'm going to fucking gore you to death. And he fucking runs up on him, chat. And he's doing every move he can pull. He's flying around. He's smashing his feet. And like this brings down. He kneecaps the abominable snowman, chat. He's like, ah! And he falls down, chat. And then Rudolph goes right for the taint. right for the taint, just ramming into his ass. Not in a sexual way, chat, but like, I'm gonna like stabbing kind of way. Into his ass. This guy's just like, ooh! But eventually, the snow monster's like, this guy's fucking nuts. And he grabs like a piece of like a stalactite, chat, and smashes Rudolph with it. Thankfully, he doesn't kill him, chat. I guess magical properties protect Rudolph. And he smashes him. And Rudolph is concussed. He's really concussed. But thankfully, chat, Yukon, Cornelius, and Herbie are nearby. And they hear this. They look inside the cave and they see what's going on. That Rudolph sadly has been captured, chat. He fell in his attempt to defeat the snow creature and save his family. And they're like, we got to help our fellow misfit man. And so Yukon Cornelius somehow knows that the abominable snow monster cannot resist the meat of a pig, chat. Of pork. And he's like, Herbie, we have to use you, man. And Herbie's just like, I'm ready for it, man. He does like all these little oinking noises and shit. While Yukon Cornelius, he's above the cave. And so he'll jump on the fucking snow monster and he got a revolver out and he's gonna put like he gonna bust a cap in his goddamn chrome dome, chat. And so Herbie, he strips down, chat. He's naked. He's like a little naked elf boy. And he's all in the fucking snow. And oink, 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 oink. And the bottom of the snow monster realizes, oh my God, it's a pig. That's exactly what I want. I love pork. And he goes out there, chat, and then Cornelius jumps on top of the abominable snow monster, chat, and he tries to shoot him, but it fails. If the revolver's lost, and Cornelius just takes out his fucking ice pick and just starts smashing the face of the abominable snow monster, chat, and knocks some of its teeth out. It's like, screaming and shit, gets in the eyes and shit. And eventually, chat, Cornelius and the abomination monster, they're over a precipice. They're over a precipice, and they both go down. And Rudolph, he comes to. He's like, no, Yukon! And everybody's sad. She puts his clothes back on, and they go there, chat, and they see that Rudolph's like, oh my God, they're gone. They're dead, my friends. My friend is gone. He's beside himself, chat, with grief. Herbie's sad, but Rudolph's like, you saved me, you fucking saved my family, and he hugs Herbie, and it's like, it's a great fucking moment, it's a great moment, chat. And then, he hugs his mom, and he's Clarice says, I love you, Rudolph, I love you too, Clarice, and they're all nuzzling and shit, it's adorable, and fucking Donner comes in, he's like, I want to confront you, old man, I have a lot of things to say to you, and Donner's just like, I know, I have not been a good father to you, I'm sorry, I know that's not good enough, but I see what you've grown into. I've seen that you've grown up, and you are the most famous reindeer of all. I'm sorry. And he has so much resentment towards his father, it's infinite amount. And he lets it go. He lets it go because he sees what his father, it's hard for his father to say these things, but he sees that he's being earnest, and he forgives him. He forgives him in this moment. He forgives him, even though they resent him. You're always going to hold on, but you're always going to resent someone if they've been abusive towards you your entire life. But it's just like, I'm going to let it go. I'll let it go for now. And so they all head back to the Christmas castle, chats, Christmas town. Santa, he wandered back, and he's like, it's fucking like a couple days before Christmas. And apparently a nasty storm is on the horizon, Chad's on the horizon. The elves welcome Herbie back, apparently all the productivity was thrown off. And they've been suffering, Chad, from dental problems, Chad. Their teeth are rotting. Some of them have died because of their rotten gums, and they're in need of a dentist. And Herbie's like, yeah, goddamn right, you fucks. You're eating goddamn candy canes all goddamn day. You're eating sugar. Our diet is predominantly sugar. Of course that's going to happen. I've been eating protein and veggies. I've been flossing and brushing and using the mouthwash, and you fucking don't do that. And even, the other elf, Chase, lost all of his teeth, the drill sergeant elf. He's like, I'll fucking help you. I'll help you. I'll make sure your teeth are all great. You'll get dentures and everything. You'll be very set, but you need a dentist. And like, we're sorry, Herbie. We're sorry. We didn't accept you for who you were. I said, goddamn right, you didn't accept me. So Herbie, he also gets elevated because of Rudolph, Chet. He's inspired by him. And then, chat, it's a couple days before Christmas. Also, Santa comes in there and he says, Rudolph, I'm sorry about all the things in the cave. And Rudolph's like, listen, fat man, Santa, Mr. Claus, I'm going to let it go. You want to let it go, you go ahead and let it go. Never happened. All right? I'm with my girl and my mom and my father. All right? We're good. Okay? And Santa's like, okay. But then, chat, a couple days before Christmas, and the worst fucking storm ever recorded in human history is happening, chat. Fucking cities are being bowled over. Snowed in, people are dying, they're freezing, the homeless are all frozen in the street, chat. It's awful. And it's Christmas Eve, chat. It's Christmas Eve. Santa can't even eat anymore. He says he has no motivation. And he gets the reports, chat, And it says that the storm is not going to let up, and he's like, we're not going to be able to see and deliver all these presents, even though all these kids they've been the best they've ever been. Chat. Hardly anyone on the naughty list this year. Everyone has all the holiday spirit. They've all been good. And Santa, he sees this. He's like, oh my God, what have I done with my life? What have I've missed the holiday spirit, and now I'm finally motivated to go out there and to truly give back to these children who I've left down. I've left them down. I can't even go there and give them what they deserve. And so at this point, he walks out there, chat, and he's like, everyone, the reindeer, everyone's there. Also, fucking, they hear a big old knock on the door when this is just at the happen, chat. And they're like, what the hell is that? And they open the fucking door, chat. And what walks in? Fucking Yukon Cornelius, chat. He's back, chat. He's back. And he has a friend, chat, because who does he have with him? The abominable snow monster. And they're like, holy fucking shit. He's tamed him, chat. He's tamed him. He knocked all of his teeth out. And he no longer eats meat. He's a vegetarian at this point. And Cornelius is like, this is how I'm gonna make my goddamn money. Just taking this thing around the goddamn world. And fucking the thing's all, he's been nipped too, Che. He's been nipped. And so he's very docile now. And he's helping. He's like a slave to Yukon Cornelius. Kind of sad result of the monster, but he was an asshole too. So, but, Santa comes in there, and he's like, well, that's interesting. But Christmas, sadly, is canceled. Then there's this bright, shining light, because Rudolph, his nose goes off when he gets stressed out, and he's anxious and he's sad. And Santa's like, Rudolph, Jesus Christ, listen, I know you're right. We've all said this, but could you please show off your red nose? But then he realizes, like, wait a minute. That thing is bright. That thing is really fucking bright. And he goes up, he's like, he has inspiration, Chad. He's like, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, will you guide my sleigh tonight? And Rudolph looks in Santa's eyes, and he looks at his soon-to-be wife, Chad, Clarice. Already got a little baby inside her already, Chad. Rudolph was busy during those couple days. Looks at his mother, looks at his dad, looks Santa, and he says, no. I wish he said that. He didn't. You need to work for that fat man. But, of course, Chad, he says, yes, sir. I will. And he's like, yeah. And so Rudolph, he's put up in front of the goddamn, fuck you, fat man. That's what he should have fucking said. But he puts Rudolph right in front of the goddamn sleigh, chat. And, they open up the fucking things. A huge, just fucking amount of snow and ice just comes at him. But Rudolph, he's fucking ready. He activates his light. Brighter than everything you've ever seen, chat. And they go out there, chat, and then they can see perfectly, chat, as if it was a clear winter's night with not a drop of snow. Apparently it superheats the snow, so it just melts around them, chat, like a big fucking dome. And so they know exactly where they're going. And Santa delivers every single Christmas present on the worst snowstorm ever in recorded human history, chat. Thank you, T-Mac. The 10 biddies. Rudolph had all the leverage and the volunteer to help out for free. Exactly, man. I've been like, nah, there's going to be some changes around here. But, Rudolph, he's won. He's won at this point. He knows it, Chad. And that's why, Chad, he's the most famous reindeer of them all. And you're goddamn right, I'm going to sing this goddamn song. It deserves to be sung again, Chad. Let's get this on again to officially end the review, Chad. I'm going to give it to you one more time. Here we go, because Rudolph, you bet Rudolph is goddamn like, yeah, you're going to play my song, so all these reindeer know who's the best of them all. Here we go, chat. Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. And that, chat, is the story, the review of Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, Chad. He went down in history, Chad, the best of them all. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Hope you like some of the additions that I made to the movie, Chad. I think it made it better. Rudolph is head of HR. Goddamn right he is. Alex Bernal, thank you for the 9 biddies. Mr. Snow. But it's, like I said, chat, it's an important message movie. It's great for anti-bullying. Wonderful anti-bullying, chat. Beautiful songs throughout, chat. It's standing the test of time, chat. The movie's almost 70 years old. No, it is. It might be 70. Yeah, it's close to 70 years old, chat. So it deserves all the credit it deserves. It's a full price. It's a full price movie, chat. No question. Full price movie. Highly recommend checking out if you have not done so, chat. Give it to your kids, your grandkids, multiple generations to watch this film, chat. It's so important. God, Santa was such a tool. Santa was an asshole. He was a fat asshole, chat. That's what he was. Not even fat. Gave up on life. Full price, chat. Full price. But now, my friends, I'm gonna take a brief break. Gotta decompress. I gotta decompress, chat. I was just as angry as Rudolph. And I'm going to go ahead and do my review for Batman Beyond Episode 4, Gollum. But until that time, chat, please entertain yourselves amongst yourselves, and I shall return with more tea.